Why Star Trek's USS Enterprise had 4 different doctors across Captain Pike and Captain Kirk's eras. The USS Enterprise is perhaps the most iconic starship in science fiction history, and throughout its storied voyages, it's had many different crew members rotate in and out of service. But one position that seems particularly unstable is that of the ship's chief medical officer. Across the eras of Captain Christopher Pike and Captain James T. Kirk, no fewer than 4 different doctors served in that role: Dr. Boyce, Dr. Piper, Dr. Mark Piper, and of course, Dr. Leonard Bones McCoy. For a ship that often symbolizes continuity and loyalty, why did the Enterprise go through so many doctors in such a short time? The answer is part storytelling necessity, part behind-the-scenes production evolution, and part in-universe logic that Star Trek, ever the thoughtful franchise, allows us to piece together. 1. Dr. Boyce, the original healer. The first chief medical officer we meet aboard the Enterprise is Dr. Philip Boyce in the original pilot episode, The Cage, with Jeffrey Hunter as Captain Pike. Played by John Hoyt, Boyce is older, wise, and world-weary, a classic mentor figure. His role was to balance Pike's doubts and bring a dose of humanity to the bridge's constant logic and order. He served brandy in his office and spoke plainly, like a grizzled frontier doctor. So, why did he disappear? Behind the scenes, when NBC rejected The Cage, the network wanted changes to make the show more action-oriented. That included a cast shakeup. Dr. Boyce, though compelling, was deemed too low-key for the new tone. In universe, we might imagine that Boyce, already older than most of the crew, chose to retire or transfer back to a medical posting on Earth or a starbase. His role laid the philosophical foundation for Starfleet medicine, one of compassion as well as clinical excellence. 2. Dr. Piper, a forgotten bridge between pilots. When The Cage was reworked into a second pilot, where no man has gone before, Captain Kirk replaced Pike, and with him came a new doctor, Dr. Mark Piper, played by Paul Fix. Piper's time on the Enterprise is perhaps the most mysterious. He appears in just that single episode and is quickly replaced by Dr. McCoy in the official series premiere. Piper is affable but fairly generic. He tends to the wounded Gary Mitchell and shows concern, but his character lacks the depth or bite of either Boyce or McCoy. Some fans speculate that Dr. Piper may have been a placeholder while the show was still finalizing its cast. Fix, though an experienced actor, didn't have the same presence or chemistry with the rest of the cast. That's not a knock on his performance, it just didn't click the way the producers wanted. In universe, Piper might have been a transitional figure, temporarily assigned while the Enterprise completed its refit and crew reassignments between captains. His short tenure suggests that either a better candidate was waiting in the wings or that Piper had always intended to return to research or a less demanding assignment. 3. Dr. McCoy, the iconic surgeon of the stars. Then came Dr. Leonard McCoy, brilliantly portrayed by DeForest Kelley. McCoy quickly became a fan favorite, known for his cantankerous bedside manner, Southern charm, and his iconic catchphrase, "I'm a doctor, not a insert profession here." McCoy wasn't just the ship's doctor. He was Kirk's conscience and Spock's emotional foil. The real reason McCoy became the permanent CMO is simple. He completed the trio. Kirk, Spock, and McCoy formed a perfect character triangle: logic, emotion, and command. Kelley brought warmth, wit, and humanity that grounded the show, and he remained a staple throughout the original series, the animated series, and the TOS films. In universe, McCoy's assignment made perfect sense. His credentials are impeccable, his instincts excellent, and his loyalty to Kirk unshakable. McCoy was the right doctor for the right era, one when the Enterprise would face weekly brushes with death, madness, alien viruses, and interstellar diplomacy. 4. Dr. M'Benga, the specialist who stepped in. Though not often listed among the primary CMO lineage, Dr. M'Benga, played by Booker Bradshaw, filled in for McCoy during several episodes of the original series. As a physician trained on Vulcan, M'Benga brought unique expertise, especially when Spock was the one in jeopardy. His